Crystal Fairies, welcome to another video. It's me, Lavender Gray, here with a tarot reading. So today we are looking at your fairy spirit guide. I've asked one guide to come forward for each of the piles, and we have a whole slew of oracles that we're going to look at. Let me get my little breakdown out. So this is meeting your, oh, something on the paper. This is Meet Your Fairy Spirit Guide. We're going to look at oracles and tarot. I have the Goblin Market tarot. Hold on, let me take all the crystals off of it. For each of the piles. Ooh, the Cunning Man, the Magician. Okay, cool. Love that. Claim that. Manifestation, magic, power. Okay, so with these oracles and the tarot, we're going to look at who they are, what your dynamic will be, their personality, how they communicate with you, what obstacles are they helping you with, how they see you, as well as general messages. We're probably going to answer a lot of that with the oracle cards, hopefully, and then we'll get into the tarot for some channeled messages. I also have some charms, including letters and numbers that we're going to look at the end for signs and symbols they use to communicate with you, and then the letters might be what their name is. I won't spell out any names, I'll just tell you what letters come out. Okay, so let's get into the pile selection. Is there anything else I need to say? Nope, you can be drawn to any one of these piles. It might be multiple, it might be none, in which case click on a different video. It might not be the right time to receive this message, but if you are felt, if you are felt? If you do feel, if you are drawn to any of these cards, then stick around. Let's introduce them. Pile 1 is this amethyst. Pile 2 is this howlite. And pile 3 is this fluorite. Okay. Like I said, you might be drawn to multiple, which is totally okay. That just means there's more than one guide coming out for you today. I also have a D4. I also have a D4 we can use for some randomization. Number 2. So if you're not sure where to start with number 2. And without further ado, let's get into it. Hi there, pile 1. If you felt drawn to this amethyst, then this reading is for you. Maybe here. I like that. All right, so the first oracle we have is dragons, slay them all. Number 6. Okay, where's the middle? Okay. All right, let's get into it. We have earth, peace, grounding. Letting go. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. The heart. Stage of play. Play? Oh my god. Okay, play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. I didn't even realize that as I was shuffling them. Sea serpent. Birkenau with rabbit. And dark man. Oh, hold on, let me see where I want to put these. How about there? Dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair, and ladder, climbing towards success. Okay, what do we think? I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so I want to start with the sea serpent here. We have the sea serpent about to eat its tail, but it hasn't eaten it yet, which makes me think that cycles are being broken. And instead of eating your own tail and self-destructing, you are learning how to love yourself and, like I said, end cycles of destruction. You might struggle with self-harm. I'm right there with you. I'm reaching out so much love and light to you if that is something you struggle with. And you can feel free to comment or message me and I'll give you love and light. Let's see, we also have rabbit here. There's a lot to look at. So this guide is here to help you with your manifestations. They have seen what you have gone through with this dragon's card. They have been there with you. They have seen everything that you have come up against, the obstacles you face, the work you've done, the work you've put into what it is that you want to manifest for yourself. They see you and they are so proud of you. They are a creature of the earth. They might be an earth fae. I mean, all fae are earth fae, honestly, but they might be a gnome, um, or a tree spirit, I'm getting. We have a little butterfly, we have a white dove or a white bird, and we have a little bee here as well. Peace and grounding. Yes, they are a guide you can come to when you are frazzled, when your head hurts, when you're anxious, when all your thoughts are rushing around your head. You can come to this guide and be like, hey, I need some peace. And they're going to help you let go of whatever it is that is making you suffer. Because we have play, 2 cards that say play. They want you to embrace your inner child and find your heart, reconnect to your heart. This guide is protecting your heart. But there's this need to connect to your inner child and to let yourself play. Let yourself be swept off your feet. Let yourself imagine. We have another butterfly here, so they could be an important symbol for you. They are symbols of transformation, of beauty, of signs from the other side as well. This fairy might be an ancestor of yours, which means you might have fairy blood, which is pretty cool. Dark man, dealings a relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So this guide may look like this. Maybe not exactly like the picture, but they might appear as masculine with dark hair, or not dark energy around them, but they might have dark skin as well. And we have this ladder here, climbing towards success. Like I said, they're helping you with their manifestations because they've seen how hard you've worked. Look at all these dragons that you're facing to capture your castle and claim what is rightfully yours. You deserve whatever it is that you're working towards. It is your birthright. You could just be working towards peace. Just peace in your life, letting go of the stress and anxiety and the need to control, and letting the universe provide for you. Now, that's not to say that you don't have to do anything, because anyone who works on manifestation, if you're a witch, knows that you have to put work into the physical world. And I'm sure you know that already because you have your sword in hand. You are ready for battle. We have Rabbit here with Birkenau. Let me look up what the rune is. I knew I was going to have to. I am pretty new to runes, but I really like this deck. You know I love animal spirit guides. Birkenau, let's see. Give me the table of contents, please. Okay. Hare, number 36. Oh, it's hare, not a rabbit. Birkenau. In the springtime, fertile and fecund Mama Hare brings forth an abundance of new life. She is the great mother and fiercely protective. The timeless cycles of the earth flow through her, generation after generation. Birkenau holds within it the mature female wisdom of our mothers and our grandmothers. And I was just talking about ancestors. Birkenau speaks of female fertility and also of the safety and shielded sanctuary of the womb. When this rune appears in a reading, there may be a birth of a child, an idea, or even a new goal. In reverse, this rune is a message of stagnation, infertility, conspiracy, or insecurity. Keywords: birth, sanctuary, fertility, life change, secrets, magical workings. This is a powerful healing rune with additional emphasis on purification and detoxification, especially in combination with lagus. Carve it into a slice of ginger to add to an infusion. I love that. Okay, so you might be a mother or a parent. You might be looking to have children, which this is very positive if that is something that you want in your life. Your guide is here to help you with parenting. This is a guide that's going to stick around for life. They are here with you. They're there with you in the trenches. They are here to help you with romance as well, with the heart here, with 31. They want you might, okay, some of you might already be with the one, or your soulmate, or the person you're going to spend your life with, or just someone that you're deeply in love with for the time being. All are welcome here. They approve of the person that you're with, and they want you to be happy. Look, there's two people on a rowboat in the center of this card. And we have two rings intertwined here. So this is commitment. This is romance. This is healthy romance, healthy boundaries, fun and play, and being your best friend with the person you're in love with. So you need to bring play into your work life. Whatever you do for your job, it is probably draining you a lot, and you need to be able to bring a sense of lightheartedness to it. And I know that's easier said than done, but you are on the way towards success. You are on the way towards promotions or jobs that pay better. Maybe you want to open your own business, be self-employed. That is quite positive, positive sign if that's what you want to do. This makes me think of Dita Von Teese with her champagne glass act, where she gets into a giant martini glass and spins around in the water, and she has a little olive sponge that she splashes around, and it is just so much fun. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out, and you gotta look it up. Dita Von Teese champagne glass act, or martini glass act, I don't know. But she looks like she's playing. She looks like, I mean, she's very beautiful, but there's this like inner childness to it of being like, I'm splashing around the water and I'm being sensual. Um, it is a fantastic way of how you can play as an adult, a safe way to play, and a very fun way to play. So you might want to tune into your imagination. You might also want to look at how you dress yourself and how you do your makeup, if you do makeup, how you style your hair, how you take care of your skin and your hair and your body in general. But for your beauty ritual, you might want to take a look at it and be like, is there anything I can add or anything I don't need anymore, to make me feel like the best version of myself? Because we all know about fairy glamour, right? Where there's a bit of an illusion there that makes things look prettier than they actually are. And that can add a lot of fun. Like there's nothing wrong with a little bit of fairy dust. Um, let's see. This guide is here for when you feel scared. When we think of rabbits and hares, I think of them bolting away from something. They're so quick to run, and they run all like erratic so that it's hard to chase them. They're prey animals. They're very scared creatures. But they're very fast and they're very clever too, especially with hair. And we have what looks to be a crescent moon, a waxing crescent, I believe. So that might be an important time of the month for you. Um, This guide would just like to sit with you, just like sit cross-legged across from each other, maybe touch your foreheads together. You can imagine this in a meditation, and just like let you feel all the love and the light they hold for you, because they want to welcome you with open arms and say, I see you. Yes, you are of the Fae, and you are beautiful and potent and powerful and magical, and you are able to manifest your dreams. You're able to create the life you want for yourself. I'm right here with you. I am in your heart. Work on your heart chakra. It is blocked right now. Open it and let it spin. Okay. I think the cards look so beautiful, I don't want to clear them. Are there any other messages? I think that's it. Okay, I'm going to clear these. And then we are going to get into the tarot. Okay, whoop, okay. This is a very big deck and it's kind of hard to hold, but this is the Goblin Market Tarot. And it kind of intimidates me, I'll be honest. So we're going to see, we're going to see. How do I shuffle these? Hold on. Do you like when your tarot card reader just completely fumbles the cards? Okay. Okay. We are going to look at who they are. All right. Okay, now hold on. You messed up my... You threw off my groove. That's good enough. Okay. We are looking at who they are. The Five of Platters. Okay, let me pull out all the cards. We're looking at their personality. I guess that kind of goes along with who they are, but we'll pull a card for it. The Five of Crowns, 2 fives, okay. 5 is the conflict number. It's the number of change, of being shaken up. So they are, once you realize that they're here, your life is going to change because you're going to be able to have an exchange of energy and be very careful when don't make any deals. Be careful with your politeness as well. There's a lot of resources to look at how to interact with the Fae. Leaving offerings, being clear of if you're inviting them into your home or if you're just honoring them. Things like butter, cake, milk, honey, apples, bread, a piece of whatever you're eating is a welcome offering. All right, your dynamic between the two of you is the Knight. Am I taking them reversed? I think I am. The Knight of Platters in reverse. How they communicate with you. The Four of Platters in reverse. How they see you. The Three of Crowns, okay. And what obstacles are they helping you with? The Four of Cups, okay. Let's see how that looks. We'll leave it like that for now. Okay, so who they are is this Five of Platters. I think I'm going to look in the guidebook for this Five of Platters. That's the 6, okay. The Five of Platters. Originally, this whole suit was associated with money, and in the case of this card, lack of it. Most of the more recent tarot experts associate it with loss, destitution, and penury. Penury. I've never heard that word before. But the earliest accounts suggest it was intended to represent individual effort, the struggle to survive and to desire to create a good life, only implying failure if you didn't manage to achieve your goals. The associations with loss of money and or a turn into more difficult straits, whether at work or elsewhere, can suggest chaos, extending to obsessive feelings becoming soured. Here we see the goblin racing away, tossing a pair over one shoulder in a casual way, as a reminder to us that gifts given to us can just as easily be taken away, so to say committed and determined. Upside is struggle, loss, toil, determination, honesty, poverty, both physical and spiritual. So who they are. They are not that good with money. They probably won't help you with matters of money. Now, they're still able to help you with manifesting money. They're just not going to like sit down with you and make a budget plan. Because I don't know if they understand human money very well. They are very playful. Like we saw in the oracles, they're very playful and they want you to play. And they want you to know that money always flows. It will come back to you. You're doing a really good job of investing in yourself. The things and the time and the money and the energy, the things you're putting time, money, and energy into are going to pay off. All right, their personality is, I believe is what this card was for, is the Five of Crowns. They are here to help with anxiety. They're really here to help you with racing thoughts, with mania, if you struggle with mania. They're here to help you with depression as well. Anything that, like, alters your mind. They might also, like, mind-altering substances, but do with that what you will. I forgot to do this at the beginning of the reading. I'll try to remember it for the other two piles, but I wanted to do the 4 for 4 breath to ground us and cleanse us. So let's do it right now. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. I got scared that I was going to say the wrong numbers. That's why I hesitated. But they're here to help you with arguments as well, with communication. They're here to help you communicate things at work as well and bring that lightheartedness, not unprofessionalism, as much as this guide would love for you to get unprofessional and throw all your everything on your desk off and jump around and scream and yell and sing and shout. As much as they would like you to do that, they understand that you probably can't do that in an office space if you work in an office, or in any place of work. I don't think that would be smiled upon. Um, your dynamic is this Knight of Platters in reverse. Okay, so they want you to experience luxury. They want you to splurge on yourself sometimes, to get grounded first and foremost with the Knight of Platters in reverse. Get grounded, get stable, get steady, calm these racing thoughts. You can ask them to help. Do that 4-4-4 breath, and watch as your thoughts begin to melt. Their dynamic is helping you relax, helping you luxuriate in the life that you've been given, helping you feel very grateful as well, because look around and count your blessings, because I'm sure you have more blessings than problems. Now, hopefully, I'm say that and then someone's gonna comment and be like, "My life sucks," and that's okay. You can definitely leave that comment. Sending you love, light, and joy. Um, I think this is how they see you. Um, no, I think this is how they see you. What was this one? How they communicate. The Four of Platters. Okay, runes. If you liked that rune card, the Birkenau, if that sort of lit you up inside, then maybe investing in a pair of runes or like a little kit with a book, something like that. You can find them at Barnes& Noble, or your local witchy shop, probably. So runes are a great way to communicate with them. Drawing letters and numbers, like we're gonna do later. I just got the charms in today, the letters and numbers charms, and they're so cute. I can't wait to show you. Um, they communicate through the natural world as well, and they communicate with money. Now, I said they probably can't help you with money, but this card is making me think that they send you money. They send you opportunities to make money. They help you with your passive income. Um, I'm not quite sure what this Five of Platters is. Can I pull a clarifier? The Ace of Cups. Oh, okay. You'll have to go there. Um, they're here to help you with a new start with this Ace of Cups. They're here to help. I'm hearing right mind about money, the way you view it, how it flows, how you deserve it, how you work for it, how you work smarter, not harder. They are not going to stand for you living in a job you hate. You deserve to have a job that pays you well and that treats you well. And I know that that is far easier said than done, especially right now. But I think that is something that you're working towards, that they are supporting you with. Um, I didn't number these questions. I put them in paragraph form, and I really shouldn't have. I should have done the numbers, because now I'm like, which cards meant what? Um, uh, 'cause this is how they see you, and this is obstacles they're helping you with. This must be how they communicate. Okay. Yes, so sending you signs of the earth as well, dropping an acorn on your head, sending a squirrel across your path, showing you birds, showing you butterflies, showing you flowers, the smell of upturned earth. They look to the natural world for their signs, and you can also sit down with this guide and be like, okay, what symbols are from you? How will I know that you're there, and how can I best communicate with you? Okay. And then we have how they see you with this Three of Crowns, similar to the Dragon's card. This card, they've seen your heartbreaks. They see how they've seen your rock bottom, and they're there with you, supporting you, especially if now is your rock bottom. Hi, thank you so much for watching my video. I am right there with you, and ready to help you climb up with my tarot messages, because that's what I can do to help. Um, all I can tell you is that you are supported, and in times when you have felt alone, you have had your fairy spirit guide there with you. Look at them comforting this person. And you can see the little spiral symbol that they're holding. That's a symbol of the fairy world. It'll help keep you safe. It's a spiral with a line through it. And they see you as someone very strong. They see you as someone heart focused. They're holding the spiral over their heart. They're very protective of your heart because it's so big. And we had the heart card come out in the oracles. They're saying be grateful for your beauty. So you are probably a very beautiful person. And they're saying be grateful for it. And beauty is all sizes, all ways of living, all walks of life. Beauty is in everything. And you have a very special kind of beauty. You're very rare. Um, I pulled a card for another reading I was doing today, and it was a black swan. And I was like, you are as rare and beautiful as a black swan. And I wanted to say that here. And then the obstacles that they're helping you with is this Four of Cups. They're helping you overcome heartbreak and rejection. They're here to turn your cup right side up and refill it for you and be like, hey, those people don't know what they're talking about. Rejection is protection, and what's meant for you won't miss you. All right, so let's pull 2 cards to fill these spaces. What are some general messages they want you to know? They're here to help you in times of conflict. When arguments are happening, they're able to help you calm down and handle things professionally and from a stable place. If you're someone that struggles with racing thoughts, perhaps seeking a therapist or a psych or somebody. Oh, yes, I love this card. This is a unique card to this deck. It's based on a poem. I have a couple readings where I've read the poem. I'll link it in the description. So if you're interested in the poem, you can watch it. But it's about 2 sisters. One goes into fairyland and one stays behind. And this is the card representing the sister who went into fairy. And you can see she's kind of fucked up a little bit. So this might be a call to cool it on the substances. I've been getting that message a lot recently too, for other people as well. This came out. Do I take it in reverse? So like I said, be okay. Okay. How do I want to say this? You can rely on your guide to help guide you through fairyland. You don't have to stumble and fall all on your own. You can ask your guide, be like, hey, what's the polite way to ask for this? How can I channel fairy energy in a safe, secure way for me? And this guide will give you answers, and trust those answers. Don't hurt yourself. Obviously, you don't want to. If a guide is telling you to self-destruct or destroy in any way, that's not a guide. And you want to cleanse that and banish it, and then ground and protect yourself and cleanse out your energy. All right, another message, please. What does this fairy spirit guide want to tell you? The Four of Wands. Okay. So after you've done all this work, and we saw with the Dragon's card, after you've done all this work, it's time to celebrate. We have this fairy dancing on fire, maybe doing like fire jumping. I think that's a Beltane tradition, is you light a fire and you jump over it and you, I don't know, you say like an affirmation or something like that. I've never done it, but it seems fun. I'd be so afraid of falling in the fire. I'd be like, I don't know if I can jump over that, but it seems fun. They also want you to celebrate the Sabbats, or Sabbaths. I don't know if you say it with a TH or not. I'm really showing my whole ass on here of the stuff I don't know. But I am human, and so are you. So don't judge me. Sorry. I'm sorry. Um, so the Four of Wands. Oh, I was saying they want you to celebrate the witches' holidays. The follow the calendar year, and you'll find that your life sort of correlates to how the seasons turn. And you could live in somewhere without you might not be in the northern hemisphere, and your seasons might be different. I don't know. I wonder if there's like witches' sabbats for the southern hemisphere. Um, or if the sabbats apply to that turn of seasons just in its own way. You'll have to let me know if I have any Southern Hemisphere babies out there. Let me know how the Wheel of the Year relates to you. I'd be so interested to hear. But they want you to pay attention to that. Pay attention to the moon phases as well, especially as you're manifesting. Your energy is precious, and you do not have an infinite supply of it. So channeling your energy to when magic is at its highest is going to benefit you. So like midsummer, midwinter, full moons, new moons, working on things during the waxing crescent, resting while it's the waning crescent, or gibbous or whatever it's called. You might find that paying attention to those things, paying attention to astrology, get yourself the Moon Calendar app. I think it's just called Moon Calendar, but it gives really good horoscopes. If you have your own horoscope app, please share it in the comments. Let's get... You know I have a problem when it comes to stop pulling cards. You know I go overboard. I want to fill up this... Can you even see it? Yes, I want to fill up this space. Let's do it. Whoop. The Ten of Cups! Yeah! Okay, the Ten of Cups. We have overflowing abundance of energy here. Look, there's the water up to the rims of the cups. That's how full they are. That is the amount of love, light, and joy that is coming to you, that this guide is so excited for you to have, finally. This Ten of Cups is about romance as well, so that might be entering your life if it's not already there. It is about romantic fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, feeling safe and at peace with your emotions, not letting them get the better of you, being able to master them and channel them healthily and effectively. This is satisfaction in the arts as well, so you might be an artist, and we are all artists, and coloring counts, paint by numbers counts, embroidering by numbers counts. You're creating something. I'm hearing woodworking for some of you. And this fairy is dancing on the top of the cup with the protection symbol. You are guided, you are protected, you are, and I've said this before, but you are putting in the effort and the energy. You are creating spells. Even if you don't realize it, you are casting spells. And the sooner you take a hold of that power and harness it, the sooner your manifestations will be here. So I'm going to clear these cards. Am I still recording? Yes. Okay, good. Move these to the side, and we are going to pull some charms. Look what I got. I got a little dish. Okay, so we're gonna look at charms for what symbols they might send you. Okay, so first thing I'm seeing is this witch's broom. They are here to, I'm hearing the phrase alight your magic, like not set fire to it, but maybe light a fire under your ass. The broom is also sweeping out old energy. The broom is cleansing. Excuse me. It's harnessing your magic. I also have the scissors here. Cutting what does not serve you away, cutting cords, a cutting cord ritual. If you have something that you know is stopping you from your manifestations, snip, snip, motherfucker. We have this tree with a heart. This makes me think of a family tree. So like I said, your ancestors might be looking after you. Listening to the trees for guidance. This could be a tree spirit, and you'll have a lot of fun. determining what kind of tree they are. If you have trees near you, makes friends with them, hug them, maybe, I don't know. We also have 2 angels here, so you might have angels watching over you. Some say fairies are earth angels, uh, but I definitely think you have some angels around you, and this fairy guardian works with them to keep you safe. And we also have a suitcase here indicating travel. If there's some place you want to visit, add that to your manifestation list and watch it unravel for you. Unravel. Unravel the way a red carpet rolls out. Watch it happen for yourself. Okay, let's get some letters and numbers. And look at this cute little bag. I love it so much. Okay. Okay, we have S, R, G, B. RGB, isn't that the rainbow lights for an LED headset? And then we have either a 6 or a 9 here. I'm gonna pull some more. We have a 7, a V, and an N. So those could be parts of the name of this person. If you see 2s, 6s, or 9s, or 7s, 2s are a pair. You see 222, I think it means you're heading down the right path. It is being balanced as well. You can think of like the 2 of Pentacles. Choices also are indicated here. 6s, I'd have to look in the book to see what 6s are, but I know that 9s are the number of the feminine divine. And we have lucky number 7 here. So we have V, N, S, R, G, B, 2, 6, or 9, and 7. So take those as correspondences if they resonate. I feel like, you know what? I need the Faery Whispers deck. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, I got the deck. I got it. And we will just get some fairy. Ooh, we'll take that one. I'll read it in a sec once I shuffle. Beautifully done. Masterfully done. Help me. Okay. Alright, let's look at it. Fairy wings. You too have wings. They are just a little harder to see. And you know what? When I saw these angels, I was like, you might have white feathered wings. And so imagining yourself with those white feather wings might alight something in you. You too have wings. They are just a little harder to see. Still yourself and feel the tingling between your shoulder blades. Feel your fairy wings grow, spread wide, and lift you up. What else does your fairy spirit guide have to say? Okay. Nature's messengers. We send you a butterfly, oh my god, a sure sign we are with you. We often cannot be seen due to our differing vibrations, so step into nature. That's literally what I was talking about. That's how they send you signs, is the natural world. Come closer and the answer you desire will be yours. Yes. Fairy food. Fairy food is nourishing and full of life. Be sure to follow our guidance with what to eat. Wholesome foods will heighten your intuitive gifts, helping you shine your light out to the world. And that 5 of platters is making me think that like they have no patience for if you self-destruct, and that includes eating food that you know will make you feel bad. And there's no such thing as good food or bad food. It is about your body and how it responds to it. So I'm hearing intuitive eating. Yeah, I'm not a dietitian, so take what I say with a grain of salt. And then lastly, we have fairy protection. We cherish and protect and heal our friends, the animals. We watch over them and we see how you love them too. This alliance between our worlds helps all of us grow strong. Okay, Pile 1, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, comment a little angel emoji, or whatever emoji you prefer, maybe the fairy one. Let me know if your fairy guide revealed their name to you. If you feel like sharing that, that would be really cool. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for letting me read for you. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi there, Pile 2. If you chose this howlite, then this reading is for you. So, before we begin, I forgot to do this in Pal 1, but before we begin, I invite you to take a 4-4-4 breath. So, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let us get to your oracles. The first one is lavender, number 19. Surround yourself with love. Where's the middle? That feels good. Winter, an ending, recharging, reflection. Ease, it's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. The maiden, lighting your path. Star mother, how can you mother yourself? Vulture, Raidho with whale. Bird flying, news is on the way. And flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. Okay, how do we look? We're a little off kilter here. Okay, yeah, alright. Okay, so first of all, we have feminine energy. So your guide is probably quite feminine. We have friends here. Your guide wants you to surround yourself with love, like it says. Surround yourself with people who have your best interests at heart, people you can laugh with, be comfortable with, talk about spirituality with, maybe. We have someone wearing a witch hat here, and we have some lavender hanging from the ceiling. Or not quite the ceiling, but you know what I mean. Lavender, my name, I actually chose my name because of this card. This is a very special deck to me. I believe it is the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck by Amanda Lovelace with art by Janena Medeiros. It is, I think it was my very first Oracle deck, and it is just absolutely beautiful and is always very accurate. I used to pull a card for my friends. I would pull like 6 or 7 cards a day to send to people. It was really fun when I first got the deck. But enough about me. Lavender means to wash or to cleanse because I believe ancient Romans used lavender in their laundry. It's very calming as well. Your guide wants you to like stop and breathe and maybe meditate. Just take yourself to a quiet place where you can breathe and tune into your body and soul and receive psychic downloads from a place of stability and calm. We have this sense of ease here. They want things to be easy for you. If life has been particularly difficult lately, a new phase of ease will be coming in soon. It's easy for me to receive. When you are able to feel ease, when things do start happening more positively for you, there's going to be a temptation to brace yourself for the other shoe, to brace yourself for when it breaks bad. But once you have this sense of ease, you will be able to handle when things break bad from a much more stable place, and you will be able to weather the storms and still maintain your sense of ease, maintain your self-care routine. We have winter here with rest. Winter is the time. I don't know if you have winter where you live, but winter is a time of like hibernation, of deep rest and relaxation and staying warm, staying cozy. Staying inside more, so there's this feeling of like homemaking, making your living space more comfortable for yourself that might be really useful for you right now, and sort of like prepare for winter, prepare for the cold. Get yourself a good coat, some boots, a scarf, some mittens, or gloves if you like gloves. I prefer mittens, but that's just me. The vulture, similar to lavender, is a cleanser. Vultures they eat the remains of the dead, right? And so they are removing bacteria and disease and like cleaning up. Their nature's cleaning crew. If we didn't have them, then there would be a lot more messiness in nature. They're very spiritual. I think they also like throw up acid as part of their protection. Um, so do with that what you will. This is an air card. I had to like be like, is this air? It is air. Alchemical symbols. So there's this need to cleanse, to declutter your life, and it might be physical decluttering the things in your home, in which case good luck. I'm really bad at that. um we have another bird over here. News is on the way, and I think it's going to bring you ease, bring you some stress relief, whatever this news is. um and we have blue whale, a very majestic creature, um, and their song is very healing. So there's this sense of calm overtaking you, and your guide just wants you to relax, and that is the place where they can communicate to you from if you are relaxed. And so, really taking up a meditation practice, I think, is going to be really useful for you. Um, we have lighting your path, the maiden and star mother, and we have these like this feminine energy here. So femininity is creative, it is nurturing, it is quite regal as well, and we all embody feminine energy in our own ways. You might be experimenting with your gender expression as well, in which case, tell me all about it. I love expressing gender in new and unique ways. Um, you might not have the best relationship with your like biological mother or a mother figure in your life, and this guide is coming through to heal you from that, to heal your mother wound if you have one. I think we all do, kind of, because nobody's perfect, but that's okay. Um, I'm getting the phrase, I'm sure your mother tried her best, but sometimes that isn't good enough. But and that might be I don't know if I stand by that. That's kind of like a rough message. Um, uh, But there's this call to take care of your inner child. How can you mother yourself? How can you take care of yourself as if you were a precious newborn baby? Taking care of your water, your food, your digestion, your gut health, your skin care, your hair care, taking care of your physical body, I think is going to bring you a lot of ease, a lot of stress relief if you take the time to nurture yourself. Um, I always say treat yourself as if you were a luxury pet. Um, hopefully that image resonates with some of you. We have disappointment in a friend or lover, with flute. This kind of makes me think of like the Pied Piper a little bit, so maybe that folktale holds significance for you. We also have some droopy flowers, um, and a flower here as well. So red or pink flowers might be important symbols for you. Um, this card is giving me playfulness. She's like got this little smirk on. She's got like her little arms up. She might be dancing. She's got the like sexy leg out. There's this element of playfulness, and we have the sun overhead as well. Brightness, lighting your path, adding light to your life. Being more light-hearted as well. The Fae are very playful creatures. Um, okay, I think I'm going to clear these cards. That seemed kind of quick, but I've been like staring at them for a little bit, being like, you know what, I think I said all the messages. The main theme is to rest and relax, and take care of yourself, and then your guide will be able to communicate with you while you're in that state. Now we're going to get into the tarot. This is the Goblin Market Tarot. I have a couple videos where I use this deck. It's based on a poem, and I have a couple videos where I read the poem. So if you're interested, I'll have that linked in the description if you want to know the like backstory of this deck. It's a really good poem. One of my favorites. Okay. The first card we'll pull will be who this guide is. Who is this fairy spirit guide? The 10 of Wands. Okay. Their personality. Yeah, we'll take that one. The 6 of Crowns. The dynamic between you two. The Fairy Wanderer, or the Fool. How they communicate. The 7 of Cups in reverse. How they see you. The Lady of Cups. Ooh. And the obstacles they are helping you with. The Fallen Tree. Number 16, the Tower. Okay. So, who this guide is someone who takes a lot of responsibility, someone who is very real when it comes to the terrible nature of the world, and is going to be very real with you. And like, some things are just terrible, and that's how it is. And humans have free will, and they do horrible things. And you have to accept that, and there's this feeling of the weight of the world on their shoulders, and they are here to be with you in that moment, and to remind you that every act of kindness, every creation you put into the world, every lighthearted energy you exude, you are making the world a better place. You are making the world a better place by being in it, by being friends with people, by being creative, by taking a walk, by laughing, by eating good food. You are making the world better. You are a very kind soul, pile number 2. You have a lot of love. You have a big heart. You wear it on your sleeve, and that might mean you're more open to rejection and being hurt, but that doesn't stop you from living heart forward, and that is really impressive. I'm impressed by you, pile 2. Their personality is the 6 of Crowns. Like I said, they really like rest and relaxation. They're here to help you, to help like swaddle you in a way, to like hold you close and comfort you. They really like being with you in a meditative state, and I know I've said that before, but that's like the message that's coming through. We have crowns represented by apples, we have blackberries and strawberries. The crystal for the Fool is black tourmaline, the crystal for the Fallen Tree is titanium quartz, or flame aura quartz, I think. The dynamic between you two. Hold on, I think I still have messages for here. Yeah, they just love being soft with you. They're very loving. They're very heart focused, and they see that in you, and they want you to know that you have a good heart, a golden heart of gold. Um, um, you can also, um, if you, how do I want to say this? You can also ask for your fairy name. Maybe finding a tree to vibe with and seeing if you receive any messages about what your fairy name would be. It is a title, a gift bestowed upon you, and it's a sign of great respect from the fairies. And if it doesn't come to you at first, that's totally okay. Um, they're dynamic with you, the Fairy Wanderer. They are here to support you as you take leaps. He is about to leap off of a cliff, and he has all these fairies around him supporting him. He's being a little reckless and like letting fruit fall out of his basket. So the Fool is a bit of a warning to stay protected and stay grounded, but you are able to chase after what it is you want. The Fairy Wanderer is on the start of a great adventure, and this guide wants to encourage you to be a little bit more adventurous, to maybe go to events locally. I'm seeing a park. Going to the park more often, taking walks where there are trees or bushes or like whatever nature is native to where you live. Being out in it. You'll also receive signs from being out in nature. We have these little winged creatures, so butterflies or birds could be important to you and might carry messages for you. How they communicate, the 7 of Cups. Water, they'll communicate with water. They will ease your worried mind. They communicate by bringing in ease. We had that ease card come out in the oracles. They will bring a sense of relaxation and relief because the Seven of Cups upright is kind of like delusional, like head in the clouds, lots of choices in front of you, and you're not sure what to make of them, being overwhelmed by choices, and being, like I said, head in the clouds a little bit, and not being realistic or grounded. And so, how they communicate is asking you to be grounded before you reach out to them. And you can do that by doing that 444 breath, by earthing, putting your feet on the ground, and connecting with it. I see a lot of connection to the natural world. Sometimes people will call fairies earth angels, nature's protectors. Um, how they see you is the Lady of Cups, the Queen of Cups, someone who is in charge of themselves, someone who doesn't let their emotions overtake them, someone who channels their emotions into healthy exploits, like art or exercise or I'm getting singing, music. Um, Creativity. The Lady of Cups is quite balanced as well, balancing work and home life, balancing your emotions. Um, the Lady of Cups is quite regal. She is nurturing, emotional. Not she in reverse. She might be moody. Um, uh, but she is upright, so we don't have to worry about that. Everybody gets moody sometimes. Um, the Lady of Cups is compassionate and very heart centered, like I was talking about. Um, she is a fair and just ruler. You might not realize how powerful you are, but the Lady of Cups holds a lot of authority. You might be up for promotions at work, perhaps, or stepping into a leadership role, perhaps in a friend group. And we also have her jumping around in this Ace of Cups. There's this level of play. I said this in pile one. We had somebody else in a cup mucking about in the water. And this reminds me of Dita Von Teese, her champagne glass act, where she gets into a giant martini glass or a champagne glass filled with water and plays around in it, and is very sensual and beautiful and very playful. There's like an olive shaped like sponge that she like splashes around, and she spins around, she like kicks her feet. It's if you haven't watched it, you're missing out. Dita Von Teese Champagne Glass Act. Look it up and then let me know what you think of it in the comments. And then we have the obstacle they're helping you with, the fallen tree. So this is disaster. As we can see, the tree has been broken and people are falling out of it. And we have people on the ground here as well as spilled fruit. So there might be a lot of chaos in your life right now that you can't control, and they are here to help you find your center. And it might be really hard right now because you might have racing thoughts or you might be like panicking, and they're here to help like manage your moods and help you recenter and calm down, uh, and approach problem solving from a stable place. Give me another card about this, please. The Five of Platters. Okay, so this might have to do with money matters, and you might have some expenses that you weren't expecting. The Five of Platters in reverse tells me that money will flow to you. You might have some passive income that's going to help you right now. Um, Money is yours, abundance is yours. Saying those affirmations might help you integrate that into your mindset. I recommend Jason Stevenson for meditations on YouTube, as well as the Gem Goddess, who does really beautiful meditations. Her voice is really relaxing. Um, they're here to help you with money matters as well. You can communicate with them about being like, how can I better save money? What avenues of income can I explore? And then we're going to get some general messages to see what else your guide has to say. The Eight of Wands. Okay, whatever it is that you're waiting for, go for it. This is your sign to chase after what it is you want. Um, and we have blackberries pictured here. Don't blackberries have thorns? There's that protection element. Um, I might be wrong about that. I'm not sure. Um, but the wands is the element of fire, so that is ambition, a drive, lust for life, your creativity, your sexuality, um, your protection as well, your power. I feel it in my gut whenever I think of fire. And the Eight of Wands is about action. We can see here the spiral symbol that he's holding. It is a sign of protection in the fairy realm. It is a portal to the fairy realm, so you can integrate this into your sigil magic. And I think you are very magical. You are, of course, watching a tarot reading, so you're probably very magical, quite witchy. And this is a sign to go for it. Make that spell jar, make that sachet, or sachet. I don't know. I like the word sachet better, so that's how I choose to pronounce it. um, this is a sign to go for it. They have your back and they are here to help you relax. After you do your action, you make money moves, you do the work, and then you can relax. And I'm hearing the phrase give it to God. I don't believe in God, but that energy of relinquishing control to the universe to be like, this or better is what I want to manifest, this specific thing or better for me. Let's see. What is another message from your spirit guide? Yeah, they're very playful. They want you to use your imagination. Maybe buying yourself a toy that you always wanted as a kid. You can play with it. You can just display it in your house and like hopefully it will bring you joy. The Knight of Wands. They are your knight. They're championing. Champion? Championing. Championing you. Sorry that that took a million tries to get right. But the Knight of Wands, we talked about wands being fire, so the Knight of Wands is ambitious, he is action-oriented, he goes for the things he wants, he is here to protect you. The Knights are all romantic, if you ask me. And so there might be an element of romance here entering your life if you do not already have it. If you have romance in your life, you might feel a deepening of that connection. They are here to help you with your love connections, to help buoy you with all the sometimes the difficult conversations, the compromises you have to make, the connection of can be kind of clunky sometimes, especially if it's new. And that's totally okay. That's normal. Relationships take time. But I keep hearing the word ease. So I'm thinking of Easy by Joanna Newsom as well. Beautiful song. If you listen to that song, comment what you think of it down below. But the Knight of Wands is a fighter, will fight for you, fight for what they believe in. And they believe in the natural world. They believe in world peace. They believe in the ease of life, enjoying the fruits, literally. We have all these fruits here. I think I have trouble controlling myself when it comes to pulling cards. I just always want to keep pulling more. All right, what other messages? I'll take this top one. The Lone Fairy in reverse. I have room. Whoops. That's tangenting. Okay, sorry. I spent too much time on that. The Lone Fairy, number 9. His crystal is peridot. The Lone Fairy is the hermit. He is holding a lantern symbolizing the insight and clarity he is receiving from being alone, but he is in reverse, meaning you have probably spent a little bit too much time on your own, and thinking of that lavender card, surrounding yourself with friends is going to be really helpful. Seeing how your friends navigate life, and like, how do people just do things? Isn't life difficult for everybody else? Asking advice from your friends, asking for words of affirmation or whatever your love language is. I'm sure your friends would be happy to provide for you. Let's see what else. The Lord of Wands. We have the Knight and the Lord of Wands. So the Lord of Wands is quite passionate, very creative, a strong and fair leader. His words hold power. His actions speak louder than words. He's someone to take action, someone to look to for direction. We have Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries represented here. You could have those signs, but you don't have to. Just extra correspondence. I think this spirit guide vibes with the term Lord or King. We did see a lot of femininity, but they might be more gender fluid. Let's see. How about we're going to pull charms for this, but I just want to see some signs that they'll send you so that you know they're there and supporting you. Porter of Crowns. Okay, crowns. Tiaras. Maybe getting yourself a tiara just to wear around the house while you clean and sing your songs like Cinderella. The Porter of Crowns is the Page of Swords, and so words are really important. They might speak to you through songs or poetry or rap. You might get a psychic download of a certain phrase or a paragraph or a certain word that has power for you. Okay, I'm going to clear these. Your guide is very calm. It's a very calming energy. They're just like chilling here. Oh, okay, we'll take that. The Ace of Wands. Okay, a new beginning, a spark of creativity, a falling in love with yourself. We have like fire or something coming out of their head. So you might just be like bursting with inspiration and creative ideas. There's that symbol of protection as well. I keep saying this, but coming from a grounded place before you do your magic or your energy work or your Reiki or whatever it is that fulfills you spiritually, coming from a grounded place, because you don't want to burn out too fast. Okay. Let us get some charms. Okay. Oh, we have some similar charms that came out in pile 1. We have the broom and the angels again. Okay. So a lot of symbols here. We have an owl symbolizing wisdom and guidance and Athena. Is there a hair on this? Okay. Athena might be a deity that you might want to work with or look into. Owls are nocturnal, so you might be having like maybe difficult dreams or strange dreams. Maybe keeping a dream journal might be useful for you. We have these angels here. You might have angels around you. I also think of these as like two little lovebirds. So romance, like I said, might be entering your life here soon if you do not already have it. If you already have a partner or partners, you will feel a deepening of love and romance, like I said earlier. And then we have these handcuffs. You might be feeling a little bit trapped. Do these have a word on them? They say freedom. They say freedom. So breaking your chains, breaking your cycles of negative patterns, breaking free of your vices, of things that kept you tied down. I'm thinking of, there's a poem that says, bust through the handcuffs like a superhero. We have a fairy here, lovely. So winged animals like insects or birds. I think I said that already. Sorry to repeat myself. But we have wings symbolized here with the owl, the cupids, and the fairy. There's a card in the Fairy Whispering deck that says fairy wings. You have wings yourself. Feel the tingling of your shoulder blades. So imagining yourself with wings might add to your personal power. We have another pair with these dolphins. So I'm seeing a lot of lovers energy here. Dolphins, I feel like, are very free. They're very playful. They're very smart. Um, uh, they have questionable morality. So some things might be gray. Dialectical behavioral therapy might be in the works for you, especially if you have trouble with seeing things as black and white. We have a witch's besom here. So this is a symbol of witchcraft as well as cleansing, sweeping away the dust. Cleaning your space might be really useful for you, decluttering, maybe a deep clean with some Lysol. Um, it's a very good way to clean out old energies or banish entities. And we have protected here. Your guide is telling you that they got your back, that they are here for you, and that they keep the baddies away as well because their energy is just pure love and easiness. And so it just like deflects negative energy. All right, let's get some letters and numbers. Okay. We have 6 or 9, and we have 2 8s. 888. I guess it's only 2, but 8 turned on its side is an infinity symbol, infinite abundance and protection and wealth. We have an L, I, O, N, and H. 6 or 9, 882, 6 or 9. Let me put these charms to, well, I kind of want to keep them on camera because they're very pretty. And then we are going to move on to the Faery Whispers. Thank you so much for watching, by the way. If you made it this far in the video, comment a fairy or an owl down below, or whatever emoji you like. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Let's get some Faery Whispers. Okay. Everywhere fairies. We are the fairies of the city streets, ensuring daisies crack the pavements. We are the fairies of the forest, guarding the groves. We are ever surprising, always defying definition, just like you, human child. Fairy offerings. We adore offerings, a little cream, a sprinkle of cake, time caring for nature. As you do this, we will draw closer and closer until we can whisper our guidance as our lives joyfully interweave. What else? What else do the fairies have to say? Fairy healing. We bring healing to those who respect the land and its wisdom. Delight in the blessings of the earth, and we will tend to you with reverence. The answer lies in the love of the earth. And last one. Fairy food. We have 2 mentions of food, so what you eat might be coming into the spotlight here soon. Fairy food is nourishing and full of life. Be sure to follow our guidance with what to eat. Wholesome foods will heighten your intuitive gifts, helping you shine your light out to the world. Okay, pile 2, that is where I'm going to leave your reading. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi there, pile 3. If you chose this fluorite, then this reading is for you. Alright, first oracle card is a raindrops, number 39. Take a chance on them. Take a chance. Take a chance on me. Okay. Sorry. Soil, stability, simplicity. Grief. Tears are what happen when the ice in the heart melts. The fault line. Good company. Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Deer. With earth energy. Thurisaz with wolf. Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. And seahorse, family matters. And we have his little tail around the seaweed. Let's see, how does that look? Oh, it is kind of crooked. Is the camera crooked or? Okay, I think that's good. Sorry if it's crooked, I'm doing my best. Okay, so there's a lot happening over here. There's a lot of distress, and your spirit guide has been trying to reach you, and they want you to know that it's going to be okay, that they are here for you. They are here to help you with grief. They're here to help you process your emotions, your big emotions. Oh, and we have some fairies. That is lovely. You can imagine these types of fairies fluttering around you and protecting you and bestowing magic upon you. Um, Friendship is pictured here, or perhaps lovers, sharing an umbrella. So, connections to other people. This guide wants you to be surrounded by friends, wants you to have partners you can rely on, wants you to feel beautiful as well. Look how fashionable they are, right? They look great. So maybe taking care of your wardrobe and like wearing what makes you feel good. I'm thinking of Tan France from Queer Eye, taking his advice about your wardrobe might be useful. Um, we have grief here. Tears are what happens when the ice in the heart melts. So there's been this melting, this release of emotions. You might be doing a lot of work with trauma, in which case, congratulations, you're doing the Lord's work by working on yourself and working through things. And things from your childhood might be coming up to be released, and your heart is working overtime. Um, this guide is here to protect your heart. To protect you in matters of grief. They are there with you when your heart gets broken, and they are there to catch you and to help you put the pieces back together. They've been trying to reach you in the signs, the butterflies, the trees, the wind, the clouds. Everything is a sign from them saying that they have your back, and they are here to help you work through these heavy emotions. We have water droplets here. You can think of tears, or think of ice melting, or water flowing. Um, uh, um, Water in general. And I like water falls from the sky. Like how cool is that? And it like waters the earth. Uh, I'm thinking of the word monsoon. Maybe you live in a place with rainy seasons. And then we have soil here, stability, simplicity, connecting to the earth, building something. You are working on your foundations right now, pile three. You are working on building a home for yourself, a job for yourself. You might be self employed. Um, this guide is very small as well. They might be a pixie. Um, uh, might be a collective of pixies actually, and they are fluttering around you just like these fairies, and you can tune into them, and I bet you'll be able to tell where they are if you tune into that fairy energy. And you probably have some fairy blood in you, which is very cool. You are part fae. And these are your siblings, your brothers and sisters that are here to help you raise your frequency, your vibrational frequency. They're hard to see because you operate at different vibrational levels, but that doesn't mean they're not there. You could also be working on your sight, your clairvoyance. I think that's the sight one. Your clairs in general, clairaudience, clairsentience, etc. We have the fault line here, a time of chaos when the natural world seems to bottom out from under you. If that makes sense. The fault line, the book describes it as imagining standing on ice and it begins to crack in front of you. How the panic that you feel, the survival mode that you're in. So you might be in survival mode right now, and this is a call to calm down a little bit, connect to your spirituality because you have a lot of help. In the spiritual realm, and you don't have to do everything by yourself. You can ask for support from your spirit guides. You can ask for support from your friends. I'm sure they'll be happy to give it to you. And we have deer here, quite skittish animals, I want to say, but very, very beautiful, very regal. Um, and so there's this like wildness to you, this like, excuse me, this love of the forest as well. And we have not seeing the forest for the trees. So you might be overwhelmed with spirituality. There's a lot of resources out there. I'm thinking of Witch Talk. There's a lot of voices telling you yes and no to certain things and giving examples and sharing their stories. And it can all be very overwhelming, especially when you're in a mode of panic. in that survival mode and you might not know where to turn. Rely on your friends. If you feel like you don't have a friend group, you will be finding one soon. You will find your people, and these guides are here to guide you to that friendship. You can manifest that, and I think that'll help heal your grief here, heal this broken heart of reaching out to others. Having platonic relationships, I think, is going to be very useful for you. You might be someone who focuses on romance, of love connections. Um, Although friends could be love connections, but nah. Um, uh, you might be very focused on romance usually, and uh, hopefully the cord isn't in the shot. If it is, oh well. The cord to my headphones. Um, but you might be someone that focuses on romance. For the most part. And once you have a relationship end, it can like devastate you because you put so much into the relationship. And you're going to have to learn healthy boundaries for your next love connection, perhaps a current one as well. Finding a way to stay grounded, to stay true to yourself, to not compromise on things that are important to you. Compromise always has to happen, but like not making sacrifices. Love doesn't have to hurt. Love doesn't have to break your heart. And remember, rejection is protection. What is meant for you won't miss you. And we have a wolf here. Wolves run in packs, right? That platonic relationships are really important to them. We also have what looks like fire here, the moon, the full moon, and red roses, as well as some thorns, some bramble. Also, we befriended wolves. We befriended wolves, domesticated them. That's how we have dogs. We saw wolves and we're like, that's friend shaped. I'm gonna make that my friend. I'm gonna pet that dog, and we did. And our the way humans have grown is by befriending the natural world, by befriending animals and plants and domesticating them, learning about them, and increasing their knowledge and wisdom in that process. But yes, I'm hearing that wolves run in packs. Their friends are very important to them. They mourn their friends that are lost. Um, we have seahorses. I think the males, I don't know if the males get pregnant or they carry the babies or something. So you might be playing with your gender expression. If you are, let me know how it's going in the comments. I love gender expression. Um, oh, my water bottle's not here. Hold on. Oh, and we have good company right here. That's another reference to friendships as well. I know I'm kind of like repeating myself here, but um, friends can really change your life. When you are loved unconditionally, it can change your life. And you can give that love to yourself as well. You can be a best friend. You can talk to yourself as if you were talking to a friend. And you probably wouldn't be nearly as harsh on a friend as you are yourself. And so, learning how to speak to yourself as if you are your best friend, having fun with yourself. Um, Deer move in herds too, don't they? Um, hmm. We have lions here. We have what looks to be a snake on her forehead, and what looks to be wings behind her as well. With priestess here, uh, your spirituality is shifting right now. You're in a time of great change, and it's shifting for the better. You are deepening your connection to spirit, and these spirit guides, your collective of pixies, so to speak, um, are really ready for you to start communicating with them, to access your crown chakra and um, connect to the higher divine. That's really going to help you through times of turbulence and chaos. Um, we have this just like beautiful colors here. We have we have some white flowers and we have some butterfly wings and just this lovely pink and yellow uh, color scheme going on here. So that you might want to look into color magic. You can use candles of certain colors to invoke certain energies. You can use threads and do knot magic. I like doing that. You tie knots with intention, and the color of the thread matches what it is you're trying to create. Okay, I'm going to clear these cards. Okay, and we are going to move into the tarot. Are we filming? Yeah. Okay. This is the Goblin Market Tarot. It is based off a poem by the same name. I have a couple readings where I read the poem at the end of the reading. In case you're interested, I'll link that in the description. But basically, it's about two sisters, and one goes into fairy and one stays behind, and it is about that sort of adventure. Ooh, nice one. All right, not so nice. There we go. All right, the first card will be who the spirit guide is. The Ace of Wands in reverse. Their personality. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Two Wands cards represented by blackberries here. The dynamic between you two. The Two of Cups in reverse. How they communicate with you. Oh, I forgot to do, did I do the breathing exercise at the beginning of this? I don't think I did. Let's take a breather and do the 4-4-4 breath. So you inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4. Okay. If I did that in the beginning, I'll just cut this one out, but I think I forgot. But that is a breathing technique you can use to ground and cleanse yourself, especially when you're working with the Fae. Okay. The Three of Crowns. Oh my god, I just dropped a bunch of cards. Okay, we saved it. Okay. For someone who handles cards all day long, I'm certainly very bad at it. Or sure am bad at it. How they communicate with you is the Three of Crowns. How they see you. The Fallen Tree in reverse, number 16, the Tower. Its crystal is titanium quartz, or flame aura quartz. And what obstacles are they helping you with? The Nine of Crowns, the Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay. So who they are is this Ace of Wands. They are a spark of creativity. They are ambition and drive. They are full of inspiration and good ideas. They might like cast bardic inspiration on you, and they're going to help you with your ideas, with your creativity, with your sensuality as well. Wands governs our sexuality, so there might be a new start in your body. You might learn how to love yourself deeper and bring yourself to new heights of pleasure. Not everybody wants to admit this, but fairies are very sexy. And are drawn to sexual energy. So you can practice sex magic as well. And my readings are 18 and up. If you're a minor, thank you, but kindly click off. Yeah, the Ace of Wands. The wands always make me think of like gut feelings. They won't steer you wrong. They will give you a gut feeling, and you should trust it. Be sure it's them. Make sure you're cleansing and protecting yourself and grounding yourself before you invite any spirits to give you advice. Their personality is this Knight of Wands. They are a champion for you. They honor you and protect your dignity. Is this fire? We have fire on their hair and then fire down here. And you can see, I don't think I've shown this pile yet, but the spiral with a line through it is a sigil of protection for fairyland. So you can incorporate that into your magic if you would like. You're probably very, I mean, you are very magical. You are watching a tarot reading. Thank you so much for being here. You have very good taste. But the spirit guide is might lean more masculine with the knight here. We have red symbolizing passion and drive. Their personality might be quite formal, and they might be very quick-witted as well. The dynamic between you two is this Two of Cups, and we have this goblin dancing, jumping above the waves, holding his cup aloft. So they really feel like a partner. Give me a clarifier, please. The Lord of Wands. I think he came out in pile 2 as well. So like I said, once you're connected to this guide, they won't steer you wrong. They'll give you gut feelings to help guide you. And it might be as simple as like, what direction do I want to walk in when I take my daily walk? What kind of coffee do I want? It could be like little things like that, and that will help build your intuition so that you can handle bigger situations from a place of confidence in your abilities. Um, how they communicate, the Three of Crowns, they communicate through the heart. This is the Three of Swords, the heartbreak card. Look, we have fairies supporting this person, and they're holding the protection sigil onto their heart. This card came out in another pile, and I feel like I'm repeating myself, but the messages are the messages, and that's what I do. They communicate with your heart. You might feel it in your chest when they're guiding you to do certain things, perhaps creating art. They will communicate to you through music and art as well, poetry, rap. Things where like wordplay, like Shakespeare as well. Writing poems or journaling might be really useful for you right now to get your emotions out in a healthy way. How they see you is the fallen tree in reverse, the tower. Someone who is actually very good in a crisis and is very good at avoiding disaster and navigating tense situations, being able to diffuse tension. The fallen tree in reverse is disaster avoided. Slipping by and working your way through things, being able to compromise with people, being able, like I said, to diffuse tension, to be able to communicate and nip things in the bud before they grow out of control. Um, you are very protected. You are very, very protected. The Fae love you. You have a deep connection to fairyland. And maybe one day you'll go there. Maybe you'll find a portal. If so, tell me how it goes. Did you eat any food? Okay, and then the obstacles they are helping you overcome, the Nine of Crowns, I should say, represented by apples here, and the wands are blackberries. Um, the Nine of Crowns in reverse, they're helping you with anxiety and fear and feelings of shame and guilt as well. Maybe literally helping you with insomnia if you struggle with your sleep. Um, we have 2 stars here and what looks like a little moon as this fairy jumps above the crown. They are helping you with those difficult conversations and situations. They are helping you navigate social situations, especially as you try to make more friends. Arguments and disagreements will come up. That's sort of unavoidable. But you carry yourself with regality, with honor, and your words count. All right, so let me get some general messages for you. What is your fairy spirit guide have to say? The Fairy Wise Man, the Hierophant. His crystal is Herkimer Diamond. So, nothing wrong with some traditional witchcraft practices. Nothing wrong with taking what you see on Witch Talk or YouTube and applying it to your own practice. Nothing wrong with experimentation. The Fairy Wise Man is very respected in his community. He holds a lot of authority. This is the High Priest. He is highly spiritual, although he might be a bit more rigid, where the High Priestess is more fluid. But you might be receiving psychic downloads here soon about things to create. Adding some structure to your life might help a little bit with the chaos. You might be someone that makes your own schedule, and you might be having to be a little bit firmer with yourself to stay on schedule. And the Hierophant is about respecting your elders as well as respecting children and respecting learning new things and incorporating new ideas into your world beliefs and being able to change your opinion with new information. The Seven of Cups. This came out in another pile as well, in reverse too. Let me see what the Seven of Cups says. Oh my god, I flipped right to it. Love it. This is a card for dreamers, those who fashion wonderful castles from clouds that may all too soon melt away. It reminds you to be careful not to become too enraptured by your own plans, nor too delighted by your own thoughts, as symbolized here by the goblin tossing aside her cups in a blaze of excitement. If you are essentially a follower rather than a leader, it's a sign to be careful of being led astray on paths of moonlight. The plans of others may seem perfect, while they are in fact hollow. On the downside, this card represents a stronger will and determination. However, this could end up serving only to strengthen your dependency on the vision you have built. So try to look clearly at things to see the truth of the situation, as the desire to achieve success or to win in love may confuse the real issues here. And downside is false plans, aspirations, desire, willpower, determination. Okay, what else? The Four of Wands in reverse, celebration, celebrating yourself. Connecting to nature as well, and we have fire here, so we have a lot of fire imagery. That's Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. You could have those signs, but you don't have to. I would look to see if you have any fire signs in your chart. I really like cafe astrology to find your birth chart. If you have any sites or apps, let me know in the comments. I'm also thinking of the Moon Calendar app. I think it's just called Moon Calendar, and that gives pretty good horoscopes as well. Throwing a party might be indicated here. And it doesn't have to be a reason, just throwing a party, a dinner party, a tea party maybe, that's very fairy-like. Then we have the Seven of Platters in reverse, 2 sevens, lucky number 7. So the Seven of Platters, you are putting in the work. You have this plate of pears all ready for you to eat. It is your choice to wait for the fruit to ripen or to eat it now, because you have abundance at your fingertips. You might be increasing your income, in which case, hell yeah. Good for you. Make that money. But the Seven of Platters is taking care of yourself, taking care of your life and your manifestations and caring for them like a tender new plant or a newborn baby and nurturing them, your plans and your ambitions and your dreams. I'm hearing, I think it's Secrets from a Girl Who's Seen It All by Lord, your dreams and inner visions, all your mystical ambitions, they won't let you down. Okay, let me clear these. Oh my god, oh my god. The cards are out of control. And let's move on to the charms. Okay, the witch's besom, the broom here has come out in all 3 piles, so y'all are witchy as fuck. Um, there's a spot on this tray that is stuck on there, and that's going to bother me, but that's okay. Okay. So we have a heart here with a flower. Your heart is healing. Every time you laugh, eat good food, get a good night's rest, watch TV, write a poem, it is all healing for you. And healing is sort of like a spiral. And it might feel like sometimes you're relapsing, but that's just the cycle. And it's the process. And believe in yourself, believe in your freedom. These handcuffs say freedom on them. Busting through self-limitations, busting through your vices, the things that are holding you down. We have an eye here. This could be your third eye, wisdom and intuition, enlightenment. This could be the evil eye as well, reflecting negative energy back to the sender. You might be working on your sight as well, your second sight, and maybe trying to see the fairies. And we have a broom here, so that's sweeping out the dust, the old, making way for the new. This is cleansing. Maybe deep cleaning your space might be really useful for you. I have to do that. I'm a fucking hypocrite. I'm really bad at decluttering, but that's okay. Nobody's perfect. This is also a call to witchcraft of like making that spell jar, making that sachet, casting that spell. I'm hearing sex magic as well. And we have a turtle here. Slow and steady wins the race. We have the world turtle, where the turtle carries the world on his back. We have this protective shell as well, maybe hiding in your shell in order to retreat and rest and stay safe. This is safety. Let's get some letters and numbers. The letters might be what the name of your spirit guide is. Okay, we have a 6 or a 9, a 1, U, and X. Let me get a couple more. All right, an I, a 7, and a 3. So the 1 is the number of the self. It is the building blocks of the universe. Everything starts with the 1. So there's this confidence that you are embodying. This solar plexus chakra, a healthy solar plexus chakra, your confidence and the way you carry yourself. We have the magic number 3 here, lucky number 7, and 6 or 9. I believe 6 is the masculine divine. With 3, I mentioned this in the last pile, but there's a little saying you can say when you do your spells. By the power of 3 times 3, as does my will, so mote it be. And that's a good little button on your spellcraft. Okay, let us get into the Faery Whispers. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please comment a turtle emoji, or perhaps the eye emoji, or whatever emoji you like. Thank you so much for letting me fuck up my shuffles, for letting me read for you. Okay. What do the fairies have to tell us today? Alright, that's too many. We'll take the top one. Fairy star, I think it says. Yeah. We love the 7-pointed star, a symbol of our wings and not quite human form. Draw our star and we will come flying through the center, eager to share joy, wonder, and wisdom with you. So sigil magic. And you can incorporate that spiral with the line through it if you so desire. Fairy feelings. We fairies connect so easily when you're filled with laughter and joy, but we understand when you feel sad. We send fairy hugs and sing sweet lullabies, all to make you smile again. What else do the fairies have to say? Fairy time. Fairy time differs to human clock time. Connect with us and we will weave more hours into a joyous day, diminish the length of the sad times, and always make time for what you must do. And last one. Your fairy name. Would you like to know your fairy name? Sit with a tree, a flower, a waterfall, and ask. It will be whispered on the breeze, as light as butterfly wings. Insight shall follow. Very, very cool. All right, pile 3, that is where I'm going to leave you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.